Can you all hear me? It looks like there's like quite a bit of delay here on my end. Hi, Janie. Hi, Yesenia. Hi, Sherry. I'm still deep in my second cup of coffee for the morning. But I found my Christmas clothes. Look at my hat. All right, so can you all hear me? I'm trying to set a third camera so you can see my machine, and it's having an issue with it keeps trying to connect the other camera to the audio. So can you hear me? Yes, you can. Okay, good. It's just really weird seeing I'm like speaking the words, but they're coming up like 5 seconds slower on the camera, which is freaking me out. Okay, so are you all sewing with me today? Are you just watching me sew today? Did you prep your pattern? Do you know what pattern we're doing? I might not be able to keep this hat on all morning. It's feeling rather tight on my big head. Let's see if I can adjust. All right, we are making oh, that's better. Whew, it was squeezing my brain. All right, we are making the Trystal Tote by Y6 Made. Okay, we are doing it. It's going to be a little bit adjusted. Hold on, let me turn some lights on. It's looking very dark right here in my space. Okay, that's better. Is that a little better? No, it's looking so dark for me. All right. Hi, Vonda. You're in bed still. I wish I was in bed still, snuggling with my fur babies. All right, we are doing the Trystal Tote. It's going to be slightly amended so that we can do, oh, Jessica's going to sew with me. Great. So that we can do the front pocket. We're not going to do the tiny front pocket. We're going to do the pocket to fit our Wingo board. Okay, so let me show you what the sample looks like. All right, so, well, there's kind of two samples. So last Monday, we had our Bob and Buddy sew along with Jenna from Thunderbird Handcrafted and Jade from Heartwood and Hyde. And I made this one using the club fabrics from November. Okay. And that's kind of where I got the idea. I needed something. I was still looking for a pattern to sew for our Wingo cards that would really showcase the Wingo card well. And then this was like sitting right in front of me. And I was like, well, duh, the Wingo card could be the front pocket. So that is what I did. And I sewed one yesterday. And this is the sample. It turned out really cute, right? So I finished it up yesterday with the binding and everything. All right, so it's kind of wild. I chose to go with some of the fabrics from the September Club, okay? The Hello Pumpkin Club. So that's like the dots, and then the inside, the gussets or the dots again. And I've got the turquoise flowers, floral. Oh, I guess turn that way, right? Okay, and I use our Wingo tag that we got from Heartwood and Hyde. Hi, Kim. And I use Jenna from Thunderbird Handcrafted. Her binded and dyed cotton woven binding. This one is agave. And it was like, it's just a really nice green, I think. I'm actually using it again today because it matches perfectly with with the fabrics from today. Okay. And then this was just some scrap of one of my sparkle vinyls. I think it's amber, it's called. And this is just another scrap. But I thought it was kind of fun to do the two-tone, right? The gusset base with the gusset, like different colors. It's kind of fun. So you all, if you participated in Wingo, so you all should have gotten, hi Lynn, you all should have gotten a email from me, well, a couple emails from me, with coupon codes for the pattern, because everybody who played Wingo got an additional 15% off the sale right now. And then also coupons for Jenna's Binding and Dyed. If you want it now, obviously that's not going to get to you before the sew along today, but if you wanted to purchase it because it's awesome, she also is Jenna's giving you a coupon. All right, so if anybody didn't get that email and you played Wingo, reach out to me, like send me a private message on Instagram or Facebook or something and let me know, because maybe you're just not getting my emails. They might be going to spam. Hi, Teresa. Oh my goodness, you're working today? I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Janie says, I'm watching because I'm using this as a break from standing off the popcorn from my soon-to-be sewing room ceiling. Oh my gosh, I hate popcorn ceilings. My parents had a popcorn ceiling when I was a kid, and oh, it was such a thing, right? It was such a thing in the 80s to have a popcorn ceiling. Jessica's watching and doing prep. Perfect. All right, so let's go over. Oh, and we have some prizes today. Should I go over prizes now, or do you want to go over prizes in a bit? Let's go over prizes now. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 giveaways. All right. One is for Jenna from Thunderbird Handcrafted. She has generously donated a hanging project bag. Wait, let me read this so I have it correctly. So she's donating. She taught this class in Vegas at Sewcation, and she is donating a hanging project bag kit with an exclusive binded and dyed colorway. So that's the cotton woven binding. And the colorway is Cupcake. And there's a video tutorial for her hanging project bag on her YouTube channel and a QR code for it with the kit. Okay. And let's see. Yeah. So she says she taught it in Vegas. I don't know if I can put this picture up, but it's pretty stinking cool. Okay, wait, let me see if I can download it and put it up for you. So it's for all of those like projects that you're not quite finished with. I know we all have a million of them, and you need somewhere to put it in the meantime, right? So, yeah, Hissania says, yeah. So it's somewhere to put it, and it hangs like nicely. I need to make like several of these because I have so many projects. I mean, I have the second Bob and Buddy cut out and prepped project that I was going to do that I never got to. I mean, it's all the. So let me see if I can. I want to see if I can just share. Let me see if I can share Jenna's YouTube here. Maybe. Let's see if it works. Okay, well, those are all the ads. Let's see. Nope, that's not right. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's replay this. This is just like a short little intro.
It's time to make all that fabric you've bought feel special by putting it into one of these hanging project bags, getting ready to sew. These project bags are great because they hold your pattern as well as your cut project.
And it has a few pockets, right? Okay, so that should kind of give you an idea. All right, so she's going to give that away. Jake from Heartwood and Hyde is, so you all have been asking for this for quite a while. I should have grabbed them before I started the live. So you've all been asking for the two-tone wrist buddy. And Jade, as we speak, she said she is listing it on her website because she finally got boxes and packaging materials that she was comfortable with because she was afraid she shipped them like they're kind of fragile, right? And she didn't want them to break. So she's gotten her boxes in and everything she needs. So she's listing them on her site right now. And she's giving one of these away. Okay, so this is called the two-tone wrist buddy, and it's an acrylic, obviously, template. And it helps you make these little wrist buddy keychains. Aren't they cute? Okay. And the genius is, so these little guys, I have so many small scraps of vinyl that are perfect for this because you only need, what is it? It's like 13 by 2, right? So you only need a little bit of vinyl. But this is, okay, the genius is she has the fussy cutting friend zone right in the middle, which helps you see what exactly is going to appear on. So there's Rick Astley, right? I don't know if you, Jade actually made me this one. Look, it has a Heartwood and High Tech. It's much easier to see what's going to end up in the visible part of the middle, right, of the keychain. So the fussy cutting friend zone is like the absolute genius behind it. But and she also has the middle line for you to draw the center down the. It's just the whole thing. It just makes it so much easier. So she is listing these on the site right now. They're amazing, and I'm going to give one away today as a giveaway. Okay. All right. Oh, Kim, you're sewing a mini one today. A mini tote, like we're doing, or something different. I'm sewing. My husband tested positive. Oh, boo. COVID last night and ruined her birthday. Oh no. Is it your birthday or his birthday? Happy birthday. Yep. Okay, Jessica got one at Sewcation. That's where Jade had a limited amount of these at Sewcation, and they're awesome. It's awesome because it's like it's an awesome add-on, right, to a Christmas gift, especially right now. All right, Helen, we haven't even started. You know how I like to talk. All right. And for me, I am going to give away a 2-yard scrap pack of canvas. It might be cotton canvas, it might be waterproof. It's going to be a mixer. Waterproof cotton, waterproof poly, and regular cotton canvas. Okay? It's probably a mixer of all three. All right? Oh man, I can't believe you fell asleep either, Kat. I'm sorry. I know I saw your message. I think yesterday you posted on the YouTube. The last one. Okay, my third camera is being totally wonky right now. Let's talk. We might not have a camera at the sewing machine. We'll see. All right, let's add this to the stage. And I'll take me off and we'll talk about what we are using for. Wait, is it going to do? Sorry, I'm trying to change the layout and it's not wanting to do it. Shift 6. Nope, it doesn't want to do a different one. All right, well, I wanted to show this bigger. Can you still hear me? Hopefully you can. All right, so this is what I'm sewing today. Okay, this is what the designs for mine are. I decided to go with a Christmas theme just because I had to make an entire new Wingo-esque board anyway. And so I was like, well, why wouldn't I do Christmas? It's so fun. Okay, so here's what I have. This is what you should have too. Well, there's a few optional things, but if you're doing the Wingo board sew along like this, you should have the front pocket laid out like this. Okay, so this is my Wingo board. Okay, so this would be your front pocket. Now, in the instructions, the prep instructions that I sent out in the email, I noted that, so the original pattern is a little bit wider than, this way, than our Wingo board. So I had you cut it down to 10 inches across. Okay, so I think it's about there, right? So yeah, about 10 inches left to right. Okay, you can leave top to bottom. That really doesn't matter. That's just how like tall your pocket is going to be. Okay, so you needed to cut and then you needed to match your, the rounded bottom of your Wingo board as well. Okay, needed to cut one of those, your Wingo board like that, and then a lining piece like that. Okay. And for these, I just added cotton woven interfacing. It's easier, I think, to deal with, there was all of those seams from our Wingo board, and it's easier to deal with it if it has it interfacing on the back anyway. And then I also just like stuff to have more structure, All right, so there's that. That's the pocket piece, pocket and lining. Okay, then you need two main panel pieces. Okay, so these are my main panel pieces. I have, again, I like structure, so I added a cotton woven interfacing, and then I added the So Fuse Plus, I believe that's cotton interfacing from Castile Crafted. So I did cotton woven and then the So Fuse Plus over it, just to give it a little more structure when it stands up. But there's a front main panel, a back main panel, okay? And then there's the lining, okay? So on Kim's pattern, we're doing this a little different. So Kim's pattern is, it doesn't have the lining included. So I'm showing you how to do that today. Basically, in order to include the lining, we are just doing two of everything, right? Two of everything on the outside, okay? So Kim's pattern is great for like jelly, and the way she has it is great for jelly and TPU. But since we're doing cotton wovens, we're going to do a lining, okay? So this was the lining, two main panel lining pieces, and I just did these. You don't have to do interfacing at all on the lining if you don't want to, but as I said, like interfacing. So I did cotton woven, okay? So there's that. There's that. There's the pocket, okay? And that's all the main pieces, okay? Then we have the gusset. Now, the gusset has, and I kind of pre-did this, okay? The gusset is a long, skinny piece, right? I used like a faux suede, an extra faux suede that I had, okay? And then there's the gusset base, which is red right here, okay? And we'll get to this in a bit, but I already did this portion. If you don't like raw edges, you just need to tack this down. If you don't like raw edges, you could do like a fold in 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so there is no raw edges on it because this, of course, will all get sewn into the actual bag. All right, and then on the gusset, this is just the So Fuse Plus interfacing. And then here's what I never remember to do. I've sewn, and this is the fourth bag I've sewn like this, and on 2 of them, I forgot to do a gusset lining. Oops. All right. So hi, Sylvia. Hi, Daria. So make sure you do a gusset lining. Otherwise, you will be sad. When you're sewing it, I sewed the sample all together before Wingo on Friday, and then realized that I hadn't put a gusset lining. So everything on the inside was finished, except there was no gusset lining. So make sure you have that. This is one of the options. I should have done this before. This was one of the options for the pocket. You don't have to do it, but I really like how it looks. So this is just like a binding, accessory. Okay, so I did it on both bags that I did. I learned this from when I did the passion flower tote from Blue Collar. She had this. She had you do like a little accent piece right here, and I thought it was so cute, and it looked like so much more professional that I've just started doing it on all of the front pockets that I do. So there it is on the Wingo bag I made yesterday. Okay, so this was optional. You don't have to do it. I just like it. Okay, and then of course we have our from Heartwood and Hide. Now you should all, if you're a Wingo participant, you should have shaped those balls from Heartwood and Hide. I used mine already on that sample bag. And guess what? I ran out of the Mickey the Mickey tags that Jade made for the October's Club. So I thought this one still went well. It's going to go right there in the middle. And then we have Jenna's agave color cotton woven binding. Okay, this is 1.25 inches wide. And it's finished, so it's kind of nice. It's like, it's easy to be lazier. With this binding, you're not wanting to, because it's already finished on both sides. So you don't have to do all of the fold if you don't want to. And then for my strap, this is from Dream Big Creations. This is their candy cane stripe, which obviously that was the perfect match. Okay. All right. Do we have any questions? I'm going to put myself, oh, I don't know how to put myself back on the stage now. Exit solo layout. Okay. I'm back. Do we have any questions before we start? I'm using, let's see, candy cane thread from the polyester bonded from Wizardry. We're going with the whole Christmas theme over here. I know, so festive. And then tools, extra tools that I have. I mean, I have the normal rulers and everything, a pen to mark stuff. Double-sided tape is always great. I like this stuff from Wowak. I've got, well, we all need the seam ripper from now and again, so I have that too. Just your normal tools for bag making. Nothing extra. We're not going too extra today. All right, so. And I even remembered to wind a bobbin. And I never do that. Look at me being so prepared. All right, we'll see. This third camera keeps being wacky. So, yeah, it's kind of going in and out. I don't know what the heck is wrong with it. So we'll see. Let me see if it's plugged in all the way. I don't know why it's so bananas right now. Good, it's going. Is it making those weird, is it going in and out for you all too, or is it okay for you and it's just me? The third camera. The camera that says Katie 2. Maybe it's our internet. Our internet has been so wacky here lately. Like our internet, it's blinking. Is it annoying? Should I just turn it off? What do you think? And that's okay. You can just watch and then it'll be a quick slow. Yeah, I don't know if it's our internet, guys. Our internet has been wackadoodle lately. I don't know. Okay, I'll remove it from the stage just because it's kind of distracting. Okay, and I'll try to show you what I'm doing on here and then in person, but you won't see my sewing machine for now. Yeah, it's a connection somewhere. It's all connected properly, but it's all plugged in. I don't know, maybe this camera's just going wonky. My husband said he'll try to come up later and try to look at it. Yeah, it's weird though, because it's just one of my, my normal external cameras that I use like all the time for Wingo and everything. So it's weird that it would just all of a sudden decide to be wonky. You know what? I don't think, and my volume's okay, right? I don't know that I turned on my. Can you hear me okay? You can. All right. Okay. All right, let's do it. So first what we're going to do is the pocket. Okay. I'm going to get Kim's instructions out just so I don't miss anything. Even though I've done this a few times in the last few days. It always happens where I get to some part and I'm like, oh shoot. Kind of like the gusset. All right, so we're doing this pocket first. All right, what we're going to do, and I need clips for this. Okay, if you are doing the cute little accessory piping, we call it, at the top, okay, what you're going to do is It's a piece that's as much wide. I usually like to do a little wider just in case and then cut down after. So I think I did 10.5 inches wide by 1 1/4. Okay, and then you just fold it in half, wrong sides together, and then just do a basting stitch. Okay, and then it's totally easy after that. So I'm going to move this other stuff out of the way so that it's not distracting. I'll move it to my board behind me. Okay. All right. Look at my ugly mat. This is one of those old Cricut mats, and it's been well loved. I had a nice wool pressing mat, and it got water damage on it, and it was kind of funky and gross. So I was like, forget it. All right. So if you're doing the piping accent, do this. If not, just omit this part, and you can do the rest of it like this. All right. So you're going to take this and you're going to tack it down. Okay, the raw edge is matched with the raw edge of the pocket panel piece. Okay, and like when Blue Collar has you do it, she has you tack it down, and then she has you add this piece, and you do it right sides together, and then you sew that down. Depends if you want to be lazy about it or not. I feel like my vinyl. I feel like this is a little slippy, this vinyl. And so I feel like if I'm lazy with it today, I might embarrass myself. So we're going to tack it down first. All right. More clips. My husband's squawking kids downstairs. All right, so you're just going to tack it down. You can just do, just a basic stitch to keep it stay there, right? Maybe I could turn this so it kind of faces at least so you can see me when I'm sewing. Put this over the spot of my pressing mat. Okay. I'm just basically tacking it down at the 1/4 inch seam that I used for the vinyl piece, the accent, just so it doesn't move when I sew the lining pocket to the rest of it. All right. Okay. So raw edges are on the top. All right. So now we're going to take this piece, put it right sides together. Okay, and we're going to sew it up here along the top, and then essentially it's going to flip over the back, right? And we'll sew it down with a top stitch. So match up the sides, flip it in place again. I feel like I need some Christmas music, but I think if I put Christmas music on, then YouTube will like mute my video because the licensing issue, right? Usually I'm listening to their music or watching a show of some sort, usually true crime. I think I've seen every single Law and Order about, probably at least twice. Some, multiple. Okay. And then, see, it doesn't line up, it's totally fine. We're just tacking down, we're not tacking down anymore. We're going to use, it needs to be over 1/4 inch because that's what we used last time. So I don't know, I'll go like 3/8 of an inch maybe. Okay, or 5/8. It just depends. If you go less, it's going to show more of this piping. All right. Let's see. Do you all have one of these? You know what this is? This has been a godsend for me. So it's a seam guide ruler from Madame Sew. And you put it like on your machine and you put the needle into the hole of how you know what your seam allowance is, and then you match up. And then I matched up. Ooh, if my other camera was working, I'd show you. And then I match up this right to where it says the seam allowance. It's so cool. Okay, so I'm going to do a 3/8 seam allowance on this. Yeah, so I just got it off Amazon, I think, but it's Madam So the Seam Guide Ruler. It's been great. All right, I'm going to tack this down. Okay, I need to do this real quick because Croc slippers are not working today for my so. All right. I've seen straighter lines, but it'll do. All right, so I just sewed it at the top, right sides together. Okay, now we're going to flip it. And I mean, you could try to carefully, oh, look at, see, here's the thing with this. You got to make sure. Yeah, I've seen straighter lines, people. You got to kind of finger press it so that it looks fairly even. Okay, that's better. I was thinking, my gosh, that's wonky, because you're going to see how much of this is peeking through, right? And you want it to be kind of even. So you got to go kind of mostly straight line. Okay, but like if I was using cork, I might try to press this. But I think that this will, even if I just touch it briefly, I think that vinyl won't do so well. So even like my faux suede stuff that I have could take a little press from the iron, but I don't think this will. So I'm gonna just try to finger press it as I can, and we're gonna sew just a top stitch along the top. Okay, I might try to clip this down. I try to put it down just a little bit over. But it's already kind of cute. The red is adorable. I like this stuff. Right? Okay. Hi, Jade. All right, for the top stitch, I'm going to do like, I don't know, 4.5 maybe. Stitch length. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So it is, this is a little short. We'll just clean that up. Okay. I am going to take it and just base stitch around the edge, probably starting from the back because it's a little bit short because of when we folded it down. That's okay. We'll just clean that up before we stitch it to the main hair. Okay. All right. So I was just telling my husband, Rudolph and Mom last night on Freeform, the old one. You know that they were like talking about like it was like the big anniversary from it. Oh my goodness. Like feel like I'm kind of traumatized now watching it, however many years later. I mean, during my childhood, I watched it all the time, and it was like no big deal. Now I watch it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Santa, first of all, was so rude. Like at one point, he told Rudolph's father that he should be ashamed of himself for having a kid with a red nose. Like, and he said, I think he said, it's such a shame. He had a great takeoff too. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and then I think at one point, it was like after, spoiler alert, after Rudolph runs away. I'm just trimming this a little bit right here. After Rudolph runs away, his dad is going to go like look for him, and his mother and Rudolph's love interest are like, well, we want to help too. And his dad goes, this is man's work. You stay here. Oh my gosh. So much has changed since that came out. Of course, the women, the mom and the girlfriend love interest, Clarice, go out anyway and don't listen to him, which I was like, good for you. But still, like just the different comments in that in the movie, I was like, holy cow. Okay, you can trim the extra overhang from the piping down if you want, or you can just do it after you tack it to the main panel. Either way. But it's cool how successful Rudolph was after all that. Yes, that is true. But just some of the comments and the language used in, like, there's no bad language, but just like the way, I don't know, how the comments are. I was like, holy moly, times have changed, right? Also, Santa was such a jerk. I feel like I was most irritated about Santa being a jerk. Okay. Yeah, well, I know we all still hear people talk like that. It's unfortunate, right? Okay. Oh no. Sylvia, what happened? He strained his back? Is that Bruce? Are you talking about Bruce? Yeah, I mean, so much has changed, but not so much has changed, right? All right. Working on the listing still, Katie. It's almost up. So Jade's referring to the wrist buddy. Okay. So hang with me. Maybe it'll be up by the time we're done. All right. I'm not so, oh, my little doggy isn't feeling good. Sorry. I thought it was Bruce. So he's been waking up at 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But I'm glad it's not Bruce that's hurt. Oh no, he jumped off the bed and hurt himself. Oh, bummer. Yeah, it is a Christmas classic, and I get it. I think I like Frosty the Snowman better. With Professor Wingo. I feel like I like Bruce's one. I think I like Frosty better in general. I think I always have though. All right, if we're talking about the old timey ones. Okay, now we are going to take the pocketsies, and take the pocket, and we're going to sew it to the front main panel. Now, I will say when you do this, like make sure that it looks even across. Like even if you have to like kind of like, you know, I had lined it up first and it was kind of like that, which is a bit wonky. It's okay if you're looking for wonky. But I am going to try to line it up as good as possible so that it looks even. So it looks like it's even going across. So I think that's okay-ish. All right. And we're just going to stitch. We're just going to base stitch down around the edge of the pocket to the main panel. Okay? All right, I'm going to clip first though, because if I don't clip, something will shift. And then after that, I'm going to just trim the edges of my the extra hang from the accent. Isn't it cute though? I think it's so cute that I think it's like it's like not too big of a deal to add it, but I feel like it looks so extra when it's done. Let's see. Where do you get your energy? Lots of caffeine. The funny thing is, I feel like I don't have any anymore. I feel like I barely roll out of bed every day. Okay, so we're just doing base stitch down. We're not doing very thick, like very big seam allowance, because we're going to be binding it on the outside. And if you do a really thick seam allowance, then your binding needs to be like go in more, right? So we're basically just base stitching most of it. I'm glad you like my fabric. Thank you. All right. Do this real quick. I think I'm starting to convert into a barefoot sewist. I feel like my foot slips less if I draw it barefoot. Maybe it's just like the shoes that I'm wearing right now because it's cold inside. I have like fuzzy Crocs on. They're my slippers. They are silly. And it's kind of nice, this pattern. Like, I feel like the binding is going to hide all manner of mistakes, right? Never going to know. All right. There we go. Based it on. Cute, cute, cute. And cut little extra strings. Okay. I'm going to trim this right here. Okay, I know this doesn't quite go to the edge, but again, we're going to have some binding that's going to cover. Jenna's going to help cover all of our errors today with the binding. Okay, next I'm going to do my tag from high. Okay. Isn't that cute? It actually goes perfectly, even though it wasn't the tag from the club. Okay, so I'm going to try to find the center. I'm going to I just double the tape. Let's see. Right. Let's see. This should be about right at 5. So this is one of those like erasable marking pins with heat that forming them. So that's here. Also, oh, you know what? Let's do this first. Okay, so I was planning to put it right there. However, because of how the bag is constructed together, we are going to actually turn this, okay, and sew it down so there's no raw edge at the top. I'll show you on, I don't know if you can see. Oh, look at this. Clearly I didn't use my this yet to get rid of those moves. But so we're gonna fold it down and sew a line, 2 lines actually. I think it's 1/8 and 1/4 inch lines. okay, to tack it down so that there's no raw edge right there. I'm just going to sew one line, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. But I'm going to sew one line at 1/4 of an inch. So what I did here, and I'm doing this now because then we can center the jade's head. So I measured a 1-inch line right here, and I'm just going to fold to that line and clip, and then baste it down at 1/4 inch. Okay, and again, when you're folding it, like double check before you do it that it looks even all the way across, right? And you can I mean, press the crease down if you wanted. Okay, now as long as I'm doing that, I feel like I'm going to do it to the other paper piece too. And that as well. And we can do it to the lining as well. I already drew these lines. Has everybody gotten their Christmas tree? We have it. So they have this cool thing in Oregon where you can actually go and cut down your own Christmas tree in the Deschutes National Forest. All right, so those are both ready to be tacked down. I'm going to do the lining too while we're here because match sewing is easier. And I already drew those lines at 1 inch. So the Deschutes National Forest, you can pay $7 for a permit. And you can go cut down your own tree. And there's like certain regulations, like you can't, like how big you can cut it down and all that. But and there's like certain like guidelines where you can go to cut them down. But we've done that for the past 2 years. The only problem is we keep getting trees that look like Charlie Brown's. So it's like fun and it's really cheap, but also our tree kind of looks like it's not, we're not getting like Douglas firs out here, right? So I think this year we're just gonna go buy one of the lot. I've heard from people who've lived up here for a while that you have to like go to the other side of the mountains in Oregon to actually find like a good full tree. I don't know. Maybe we'd be coming home with one like on Christmas vacation. Little full, a lot of sap. All right. All right, so now I have all 4 of these. So that's the main panels, the 2 main panels here, and the lines. And I'm just going to tack them down with 1 stitch across right now, and that's because we are going to then eventually we're going to tack them all down together. So if you do 2 rows of stitching right now, then you're going to end up with a 3rd row of stitching. Okay. Sylvia, you always have to have a sock on when you're sewing. Assuming that's what that means. Let me put my clips in there. Oh, okay. All right. So we're doing 1/4 inch right now on these. My pedal keeps like slipping under the table where I'm looking. Okay. Okay. Now this seam's going to be visible, so the top stitch technically. So You know, I'm doing it like 4 on my Julie. Easy peasy. Just a little stitch right there. I almost can't even see it with the coloring. Well, this one's on a back, so I think you'll be able to see it better. Okay, you can't really see that one any better either. But those two are stitched down. Now I'm going to do the front panels. And then we'll place Jade's lovely tag so it can have prominent. So it can be prominent on the front. Okay, there's that one. I'll do the back panel. I told you all about the deal today. The 12 days of fabulous finds. Today is 25% off. It's 25% off any of, well, except this month's club panel. Because I thought that really wasn't fair to club members. If I put it, you know, on sale right now in the same month, or I guess it came out, sorry, last November's Snowman Cocoa is not in there. But all of the other totally fabulous panels are 25% off today. Hi, sis. Sassy Sunflower is my sister Julie. Yeah, isn't this a cute hat? Did you see the shirt I have on too? It's the gingerbread. Yeah, it says, oh snap. I thought it went well with the hat. Let's see, Daria. Julie, are you caught up to where we are? We haven't been going too fast just because I'm a talker. I sew with just a sock on my foot, constantly taking my slipper on and off. So I have a like drawer for glider. Yeah. Well, I usually sew. My sewing table is like over by the window, is where my machine is. But I move it when I do sew-alongs because it's easier to like just sew standing up, and then I'm able to talk to you all too, and you can see me instead of like walking over there. Plus, the sun coming in from the back isn't great on video. But maybe I should put like a stick thing under my. I mean, there's a mat that I'm on. I'm on like an anti-fatigue mat anyway because I'm usually standing right here all day long. But it keeps like slipping off that mat and going under the table. Hey. Right. You have a tag. Oh, Jade's tag says, I have one of those tags too. But I thought this was a good tag to use today because it has the holly. And that goes with the holly, the Mickey holly, right? Yeah, I have those tags, Jade. They're amazing. Jade has all of the tags. Almost home, but watching so I can catch up. I already told Dave and the kids I'm not helping us load from Costco. You need to get sewing. You will totally be able to catch up, Jewel. She's fast. She's got a lead foot sewing pedal. She's much faster than me. She doesn't talk as much. All right. So now we have Jade's wonderful tag. And so my little mark, my center mark is now behind it. So I'm going to just redo it. Oh, look at, I'm also using Jade's two-tone wrist buddy as my ruler now. Look at that. So many uses. Okay. There's the middle. I'm going to put it, try to put it like right smack in the middle and then center it here too, right? Do you think? Does that look good? And then I sew it just around the green. Jade, what do you say? You said that you like a shorter stitch, right, Jade? When you sew tags, on. I think you had said on one of our solo logs or something that I was on with you. How does that look, y'all? Pretty good? That okay. Jake, you said you like a shorter stitch. Yeah. Okay. Jade uses a 2.5. A 2.5-inch stitch length, or not inch, sorry, 2.5 millimeter stitch length. All right. Let's see. And it's purely as the Secret Santa swap starts tomorrow. Gidget, what are you talking about? My sewing room just I have a small, is it a local Secret Santa swap? How fun. This would be an easy bag to sew for the Secret Santa. My sister is sewing hers she's sewing one for a guild meeting that she has coming up. And that, okay, so the 2.5 stitch length is for the domestic semi-industrial. So that's what I'm using today. I'm using my Juki 18 QVP. Okay, and on an industrial, if you have an industrial, Jade uses a 4 stitch length. Okay, yeah. My sister says, good choice on the red pocket trim. That's because she's the one that said I should do red on the trim. All right, before I sew on the tag, I'm pulling some of my bobbin length through. My Juki has the automatic cut. Oh, and now my bobbin is still out. Hold on. Under my machine. But I'm gonna leave a little extra bobbin when I start stitching so that I can pull the threads through to the back and knot them for the tag, right? So you don't have to do any back stitching or anything. Okay, let's not drop this now, Katie. Okay, and then I'm also going to get an extra length on the top thread too. So, something to pull it through. Okay, so I'm going to pull the bottom up. Okay, it's going to work. Yeah, okay, there we go. Right, let's see if this is, I think this has stopped blinking. No, I don't think it does. Okay, maybe for a moment at least. So I have both threads here, and I have length so that I can tie a decent knot. Okay, Jade, give us another tip on sewing tag on. You said that you start in the middle, right? You usually start in the middle of the tag to start your stitches, right? I think. Jade has an industrial machine, and then I don't know what she has for a semi-industrial, but she has an industrial machine, I think a Juki industrial. Okay, I'm going to do a 3 stitch length on mine. Oh gosh, too far. Okay, that's a lesson for you to always adjust the speed to the lowest speed possible when you're doing a tag. You're sewing. Does anybody else have a problem with their dogs taking Jade's tags and thinking that they're good to chew on? My beasts have gotten, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing ever when I find a Jade tag on the dog that's been chewed. The worst. All right, then I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to use my seam ripper. Take this off again because it's glitching. That's happening. I'm going to take my seam ripper and pull these two front threads through to the back. Let's hope that I can. Sometimes it takes a while to do this, so let's hope I can do this on camera efficiently. Nope, I see one drip. There's one. It's right there. Right there. Yeah. Ah, gosh, it's a miracle. It is a Christmas miracle. Okay. So I pulled all those threads through. Now you have like all four together. And then I'm just going to knot it off. I'm going to just do one knot with a 4 because you can see. I'm going to not do it all together. Instead, I do two, a knot for that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense today. Am I making any sense? Yeah, Jade has a DTL 2010. Yeah, I know. You do too. Yeah. Do you not per two threads, or do you not two knots on all four threads together? You know what I mean? Like I did it. Maybe I'm not lazy. Maybe this is the way you're supposed to do it. All right, now I'm gonna singe. And I have a Costco torch. I need to, Jade, you said that where did you say? I think you just said on Monday when we did the sew along that you had a new torch from someone, didn't you? Yeah. So I double knotted on this one and I burned the threads just now, just a little bit. Okay, so far so cute, right? All right, any questions? Can I get a water break real quick? Scripto, did you get it like locally or did you order them? I need some new ones. I ordered one that was like supposed to be a torch and it was crap. All right. Now we're going to, yeah, we'll do this first and then we'll do the gusset. So we're going to take these and sew our main panel pieces to our lining panel pieces. Okay, so to do this, and we're not going to eventually, we will sew the top across, right? But we're not going to do that yet. Don't do that yet. We're going to just for now tack these down to each other, and they're going to be wrong sides together, okay? Because we're going to be doing the binding on the outside. So we're not doing any like turning or anything. Ooh, why is my camera being all funky? Huh. Let's see. I don't know why it's being all. Let's remove it from the stage and then add it back in and see if it refocuses. Nope. All kinds of. At what point should I yell for Graham to come and help me? Oh, there it is. Nope. That's better. Is it making you all sick? I don't know why it just went out of focus, but when I come in closer, it's fine. All right. We're gonna sew wrong sides together, front to back, and we're doing that for both the panels. Okay, the front side and the back side. I suppose I should. I was just talking about clipping, and I'm gonna, when I clip it, I'm going to worry more about like the top being even and matching up, because in the end, that's what we're gonna see, right? So I'm gonna clip it up here first, and then clip down the sides. And even though we're not sewing across right now, then at least it will have a better chance of, in the end, lining up correctly. Kim, you're almost done with your stuff. Did you just start it when we started? Well, it's going to be slower and slow along anyway, right? And Kim, how many of these have you made? You're the designer. I bet you could do it in your sleep at this point, right? What did you do, Kim, to make you said you were making a mini one. Did you like reduce the pattern by a certain percentage or print it at a certain percentage? Walmart. Jade says that the crypto ones are at Walmart or maybe Target. Yeah, I need to find a new lighter. Situation is kind of crazy that I just have those torches. Okay. Okay, there's that clip. I'm gonna, when it's wrong sides together, I'm gonna clip this one over here. I'm gonna clip the other one so I can do it at the same time. Yeah, match up the tops first. Ooh. Printed at 50% and matched the gusset. Yeah. All right. So it's going to be like, how big is it going to be total? It's going to be super cute. Pint size. It'll be like a perfect little, using it like for a gift bag for someone. Be a good size for my daughter. Although she might need it at like 75% if I do. She's 10 and a half. Actually, she might actually just like the size it is. I swear this the longest time that it takes is for the clipping. I don't know why my light just everything's plugged in. I wonder if it goes off after now. Oh, yeah. Let's go off. Oh, look it, we refocused. Oh. So Kim says that if you do it at 50%, this pattern at 50%, it's perfect for little gift bags. I was thinking of putting little fuzzy socks in for my sister-in-law. That's perfect. That's a great idea. My daughter's, she has two teachers. She's in the Spanish immersion program. And so she has two teachers, one English teacher, one Spanish teacher. And then she goes half the time to each. So one is a guy. So does anybody have any ideas on what I could make a guy teacher as a gift? But the other is a big, huge Swiftie fan. So maybe I could make one of these for her for Christmas. And then put in like a Starbucks cup or something and a gift card. Would be cute. Right? Oh, it's a great idea. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, and you could batch sew these. Like, hi, Wendy. Thank you. It's kind of a crazy. I used to teach third grade, so I wore this kind of stuff all the time, and I just can't help myself now. Oh, look, y'all! I forgot to show you these. Do you see them? I can't. They're little Christmas tree cakes, like little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. You can't see them; they're not that close, but they're super fun. All right, here we go. All right, we're just going to stitch this down, okay? In both of them. I'll put the pretty one there for you to look at while I'm stitching. And then again, don't stitch on the top yet because we need to put the straps in. You'll be really sad if you stitch the top down and then have to rip it out because of the straps. No. I reduced my speed with tags. Lily, how are you doing on yours? Are you home yet? It's gonna be so cute. All right. It's stitched down. Here we go again. Let's see. Okay, so any of you, here's a question. Any of you that are doing my 12 days of deals, or sorry, 12 days of fabulous finds, and you participated and you purchased, and you've seen that you worked hard. I have all 12 days lined up, but is there any kind of deal that you would like to see that hasn't happened yet? That said, it can't be a shipping deal because I already did a shipping deal for people. I did a shipping, right? So I'm not going to do it. It's not going to be a shipping deal this year because it already happened. But is there any other kind of deal? Today is 25% off the tote panels, the Totally Fabulous panel. Is there any other kind of deal? Yeah, a lot is sold out. They go fast. I have some. So the deal usually goes live right around midnight or maybe like within the hour before. And there's been a few people that have been stalking my site between 11 and midnight every night. And so they've been the first ones to jump on the deals. So if you're up late and you're like just scrolling aimlessly on your phone, you might want to just go check and see if it's live on the website. Because I usually send the emails out with the deal, like announcing the deal at like, I don't know, between like 6 and 7 Pacific time. Sylvia, I try to fall asleep. I know, sorry. Yes, Enya. Yeah. Guilty. Yep. Or if you wake up to pee in the night, I don't know. Okay. A loaf of sourdough bread sounds amazing. Can I have one too, Kim? All right, so we just tacked these down. Okay, so we can do, let's do straps. You want to do straps next? I mean, it's also kind of your preference, the whole thing, right? Like we could do the gusset next if we wanted, but let's do straps and then we can do the gusset after that. And then you put it all together. I mean, it's pretty fast. We're nearly done. I'm sending. I was late. Yeah, that was like 3 a.m. Eastern. But Jade, I'm telling you, there's people that have been purchasing like right smack in the middle of the night, regardless of whether you're Eastern or Pacific time. I have been staying up way too late lately, and it's killing me. I'm so tired. I think last night I was up to like 12:30. It's been like, see, I'm like cracking my neck. It's been I've been up between, it's been between at least 11, which is past my bedtime. Usually I try to go to bed like around. All right. There's straps. These are from Rim Big Creations. And they're seatbelt straps. Oh, you know what? I trim the edges. So since these aren't cotton woven straps, I can burn the edges. If they were cotton woven, I might do that fray check on the end of them. But since they're one of the reasons I love it, make straps because they're easy and they're sturdy, man. Whew. I don't think these are ever going to break. Big puzzle. Really good straps. Okay. So I singed the edges. I take a water break. All right. We are going to put, so these I measured, let's see, in the pattern, Kim, how long do you say the pattern? It's kind of up to what you want, however long you want the straps. Okay, she says 44 to 56 inches for the straps. So it just depends on if you want to carry it over your shoulder, if it's just a little like gift bag that you're just going to hand to somebody, it's whatever you want. These straps I made a little bit shorter on the Wingo one I did yesterday, but I can still, I think these are 25 inches each long, but I can still kind of put it over my arm. The one I did on Monday, I think these are 28 inches long, so it fits nicely, right? I do not like it when a tote bag like hugs my armpit. All right, so the ones I did for today, I think that they are 28 inches each. So what is that, 56 total? Yeah, I did 28 inches each for these, okay? And in the pattern, I think, Kim, I think you have them like 1.5 inches from the middle, right? I think I did mine 2.5 inches from the middle just because I wanted it a little wider. Yeah, wait, hold on. Places for 1.5. Okay, so Kim has it in the pattern as 1.5 inches from the middle line. I'm gonna do mine 2.5 just because that's how I like it. You can do it however you like it. All right, so we're gonna have to take these little clippies off. Okay, and we're putting the strap right there. All right, so I'm gonna measure again. So this is in the center at 5, so that's 1, 2.5, 2.5. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna put my straps. On that one at least. On this one, same thing, take the clippies off. A solid WC. Yeah, but okay, so I can do solid WPC discount. I don't have a ton left, though. I mean, I can. I can do what I have left, but or maybe like a buy one get one. But there just isn't. I've got red, I've got teal, I've got black, and only a couple like navy, and I don't have a ton of colors right now. Anybody else have ideas on what you'd like to see? Can you please explain the difference between your cotton waterproof versus your poly waterproof? So cotton waterproof is 100% cotton. It feels more like a slightly stiffer version of just regular old cotton canvas, okay? But it is like waterproof, water resistant. That said, if you throw it in the lake, it's going to get wet. What I always say. So the cotton waterproof, I would say, has a little bit more structure, like on its own. The poly waterproof is a bit more drapey, and it definitely feels like polyester. It does not feel, it's more not slippy, but it feels more like polyester feel. And I have people that swear by both. I know there's some that will only purchase the polyester, and then there's some that only want cotton. So it kind of just depends how you your preference, I guess. Yeah, I know. That's not really, it's not easy to explain it. It's kind of like a to touch type thing. So Melissa, if you if that doesn't help at all, message me and I can like put some in with like a little sample in your orders. Yeah, Sylvia says you like both. I know Jenna loves the poly waterproof canvas. I like both for different reasons. Like I use both. Just it depends kind of what I'm doing too. Yeah. But yeah, Melissa, I think it helped a bunch. Oh, well, good. I didn't think that was a great explanation, but I'm glad it helped. Like I said, if any of you are like wondering, what the difference is, I'd be happy to send you like a sample with your next order, like a small cut of each, so you could like do the field test. That's a lot of it, right? All right. Okay. I digress. I got distracted talking. All right, let's go 5 from the center, and then we'll go 2.5 out. Let's see, out. Okay. So I'm going to clip these into place. Now, in the pattern, Kim says that you can either sew like a box to hold these into place, or use rivets. We use the rivet press too, in addition to, the top stitch line. I did a rivet on the very first one I did. I don't know what I'm going to do on this. I have not done the box method yet, just because I like how clean it looks at the top. So maybe, I don't know if I'll put like 2 rivets, but that will be probably after I'm done with the whole thing, right? Stick those in place, and then you make sure that, I've done this before, make sure that it's not, let's see if it's twisted. Nope. Okay. Make sure that your strap isn't twisted before you sew it down, right? Because that's a step. Okay. There's the first one, and then let me, same for the backside panel. And I'm in here, I'm going like probably like an inch or so down. Like it's coming to like here maybe. Side. How should we do the giveaways? Maybe I'll do some trivia. You want to do Katie trivia? I didn't set up a sign up for the, so I can't really do the names. But we could do a trivia thing. I was trying to decide which one to order with my order yesterday. I played it safe and went with the cotton canvas. Yeah, okay. Kim, will you send me an email or like even just a message on Instagram and just tell me to put in a little cut of poly waterproof canvas with your order? And then I'll remember to do it, because there's a chance that I won't remember any of what I'm promising. I have a pretty one here, so you don't have to look at my ugly mat. Let's see. Kim says that on the mini, she's doing a 1 inch from the center, so they're 2 inches apart. And mine on this one, let's see how many inches apart they are. They're about 5 inches apart on mine. But again, I like mine a little wider. So it's sewist's choice, right? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to sew a line across the top to enclose this. Okay. I suppose what you could do too is, before you sew the panels wrong sides together, you could clip this in, like you could all do it at once. Clip this in place, and then you 2 rows of lines across the top too. And that would give it some extra strength. Or you could do 3 lines across the top. I think I said on like Monday that I did with Jake and Jenna that it is really kind of it's a great pattern, because you can add a lot of options, and you can do, a lot of it's up to your preference, right? With how to do stuff. And you can try new things. And it's a great practice for gussets and binding. All right, so I did 2 lines right now. I'm going to do, I feel like I'm going to get crazy and do a 3rd right below. So that's an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and I might do one at like 3/8, just to add a little bit of hanging power. Or you can do it like Kim says in the pattern, and you could do, you know, the box right here. So a box with the X going through it, or you can add ribbons. We are caught up, just finished the straps. This is so good. I'm glad you're having fun. I think I'm just in this, but as long as you all like it, that's fine. Let's see. It's live, Katie. You never know what you're going to get. Well, they're a little closer than I think we'd be. Oh well, it's fine. Please notice there's three lines going across the top. Straps on. All right. Now we do. Let's see. What little. As long as you do it the same on one panel as you do it on the other panel, then it all looks like it's on purpose, right? I totally meant to. Today online, and I'm going to do the last row stitch. Stitch it. We are actually almost done. We finish in a half hour here. Then we just pick prizes. Okay, so there it is. 3 lines on top. Cute, right? All right. So, oh, the template is live. I thought you meant I'm live. All right, you all. So the template, do you want to put the link to it in the chat? The template for the 2-tone wrist buddy is live. Let's see. Maybe what we should do. I'm asking you a question, Jade, on text. I think maybe I know, but I just want to make sure. But I'm gonna do it as a trivia question to win your 2-tone wrist buddy. Ugh. And we'll see. We'll see what he responds. Okay. I did, but it didn't actually link. Weird. Okay, well, I will find it and link it here. That's odd. I will find the link for you all. There it is. I see it. 1750. Ooh. And it comes in electric mermaid, dark rainbow, pastel, or black and white. Fun. Ooh, and clear or frosted acrylic. I feel like now I want to do one. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let's see if that links for you all. Daria, if you send me an email, there's the link to Jade's 2-tone wrist buddy. You might be able to click on it in the chat. I'm not sure if it will link in the chat. Daria, if you send me an email, I will try to include some. Oh yeah, I see you have a bag that's hanging on my wall with a bunch of goodies. So send me an email or a message on Instagram or something, and I'll include a cut of the poly with your goodies from the sales this week. Okay. Oh, you just sent it to me on. Okay. Here, we'll do a trivia and a giveaway right now. Since Jade just loaded the wrist buddy, let's do her giveaway right now. Okay. So it's just going to be a chat in the chat box. You have to, whoever pops up first on my end. Okay. It's for this, the wrist buddy. Okay. So the question is, what is Jade's favorite Disney villain? Favorite Disney villain. Whoever gets the answer correctly first in the chat box, she's going to send you a wrist buddy. And you have to be in the US, please. You have to be in the US because it really stinks. Jessica got it. Man, that must have been a really easy question. Ursula, the first answer. All right. All right, I'm going to give you Jessica's info, Jade. Okay. That was quick, you all. How did you know that? Okay. Jessica Gaston. She is in Nevada. Do you have Jessica's email already or info already, Jade? Let me know if you don't have it, and I'd be happy to send it to you. Am I that obvious? Just a bit. All right, the rest of you should go on and order this because they're amazing. All right. You have her info. Okay, cool. Jessica, do I pronounce your last name like Gaston, like the villain from Beauty and the Beast? Gidget took a wild guess. Hi, Misty. It's okay. All right. That's the first giveaway. Let's see, Jenna, do you want we need a trivia question for Jenna. I have one for me that I mean should be blaringly obvious as well. All right, so on the pattern, what are we doing next? We're doing the gusset. Okay, so we have the gusset piece. Okay, if you are, this is my outside gusset. Okay, this is the external portion. It's going to be on the outside. This is the gusset base. This was the gusset base was an option. It just adds a little bit more structure if you wanted that. Okay, so if you are doing the gusset base, maybe, and you care about having a raw edge, which I do, I just use some double-sided tape, and I folded in my edge just a 1/4 inch, and then I top stitched it down. Okay, if you don't care about having a raw edge, you can just sew it down in the middle of your gusset like that. Okay, and then once you do that, you're going to do like we did with the main panels. Okay, the gusset, we need to also make sure that the raw edges aren't showing. Okay, so just like we did on the main panels, I marked an inch down, and I'm going to fold down, and I'm going to stitch. Okay, I'm going to do this to both the gusset exterior and the gusset interior on both ends. Okay, so because let me show you one of the finished gussets. You might be able to see the stitching on this one. Okay, so it's like the same construction as the panels, right? So each of them we had to fold down and sew. Okay. You have it in, okay. Either or. Husband says it's like it's fancy. I'm gonna say Gaston. Why is my light was my face? Okay. Put these over here, and let's do this little bit here. Folding down. I'm just gonna add some clips. Other side. Just now I have the now I have the Gaston sewing in my head, Jessica. That is my favorite Disney movie of all time. Every time I just hear like the intro musical part, and it makes me cry. I don't know why, but it does. It's just, I think it's right. Okay, sorry, I moved my camera, and so like no, come out of frame for me. Okay, so I'm taking that inch down line and I'm just folding. Yeah, Jerry, of course, if any of you ever wonder like what a product is like, I'm happy. Usually I have sample cuts and like extras, and sometimes there's like errors, you know, just like a design error or something, like one of those. Just try it out. All right, I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do like 1/8 to 10. Actually, sorry, nope, scratch that. I'm just gonna do 1/8 right now, and then I'm gonna do a 1/4 inch when I sew the gusset lining to the gusset exterior. Right now, we're just tacking it down so that it has so it's not a riot. There's that one. Ooh, it looks fun with the candy cane thread from Wizardry. Looks fun on this wreath. It shows up really good. That's fun. Not fun. Okay. So now that we have these tacked down, there's no raw edges. Hopefully I measured correctly and they line up for the most part. We are going to put the gusset lining and the gusset exterior wrong sides together. And then we are just going to baste them together around all 4 edges, right? And this one, we can just baste it at like 1/8 of an inch because we already did a 1/4 on each of them, okay? And this, these parts are going to show because it's going to be the top of the bag. All right, so just, there's going to be a lot of clipping right now. Jenna. Oh, I know Jenna's favorite character. Maybe we should do, I think I'm right. Let me see. I'm going to text Jenna really quick and I'm going to see if. Let's see. I'm going to see if that might be a harder one. Maybe she said it before I realized too. I think it's because I keep moving my. Let's see. It's like I'm playing the newlywed game. How well do I know Jen? All right. So we've got half of it flipped. And the other half. I should remind me to link Jenna's binding too when we get to that part. We're very close to getting to the binding. I'll try to link it in the chat too. I like her binding a lot. All right. Now that we have it all clipped together, we're just gonna, again, you want it wrong sides together because it's gonna be the inside of the bag. I'm just gonna baste all around at a quarter, or sorry, an 1/8 single ounce. Okay? Oh, it's so cute. I love that. I love this candy cane on the dark green. Okay. I should have done the clip. This part is the stuff that I completely skipped the other day because I was in a rush before Wingo and I was trying to get this done. Oops. And I totally skipped. I hadn't even cut out the lining piece of it. Oh, we are going fast, folks. Okay. Woo! All right, so this is all, there's the line gusset, the exterior gusset. This is how it's going to sit in the bag. I think it's super cute. Maybe I'm nuts, but I think it's super cute to do a different color gusset base. It just kind of like stands out. Okay, so now that we have that done, let me make sure I'm not missing anything, but we should have, I mean, we are really close. So you should have 3 pieces right now, right? You should have the main panel, the back panel. Okay, everything is pasted together. And then you have the gusset. So just 3 pieces. Okay. Plus we have what I have binding. Jenna's binding, but it's whatever binding you'll be using too. Okay? So now the next step is we're going to baste. And this one I always have to think about because my psyche is trained to think of doing it one way, and I have to reverse it because the binding is going on the outside, right? But we are going to put the gusset on the panels. Let me get a drink of water, some water break. Jenna hasn't responded yet. So when she does, I'll let y'all know. But we can do a giveaway for my canvas. You want to do the giveaway for my 2 yards of canvas? It's mystery pack of canvas. So if you get the mystery pack, you're likely to get both the cotton waterproof canvas as well as the poly waterproof canvas. As well as maybe some cotton canvas, regular cotton canvas. It just depends what I have. All right, Yesenia says yes. Okay, so here's my question. Are you ready? Okay, it's about me. The question is, what is, should I do this one? Yeah, I'll do this one. It's easy. What is my favorite Christmas movie? Thank you, Jenna. Got it. We'll do Jenna's at the end. Okay, so for a 2-yard canvas scrap pack, what is my favorite Christmas movie? Come on. Yeah, Yesenia. Yesenia got it immediately. Yesenia, how do you know that? Oh, you said Frosty. Frosty the Snowman is my old, like the old tiny Christmas movie in that, like, what is that format called? Where it's like the claymation almost, but not Rudolph. I'm irritated now, Rudolph. But Elf, I'm such an Elf fan. Oh, Elf, it's Elf. Oh, and follow close second is Christmas Vacation. I just find it hilarious. Sylvia says sharps. All right, so Yesenia, I'm gonna send you. Let me just make sure. I think Yesenia got it right. Yeah, Yesenia got it. It is such a good movie. It makes me so happy. I watch Elf year round when I need a little pick me up. Yesenia, I'm gonna send you the scrap pack. Okay, and actually, Yesenia, you have a bag happening over here for the 12 days of fabulous finds. So I will just include it in your bag. But let me make note of that before I forget. All right, let me write it down. The Grinch is a good one. But I'm torn between all 3 Grinches. I mean, the one with Jim Carrey is a little creepy, but I think he does a really good job of the Grinch. But I also like the newer cartoon that came out. That was really good. I'm just writing your name down, Yesenia, so I don't forget to include it. 2-yard canvas pack. Things are going in so many directions around here right now that I need to write things down so I don't forget stuff. Oh, you finally won. Okay, so did you love it? Please tell me that you loved it. It's so silly. I watched a documentary on the making of Elf. Was it like last year? Maybe I watched it, or maybe it was a couple years ago. But they talked about how James Caan, you know how he's the dad in Elf, his buddy's dad, and he was like such a serious. He passed away a few years ago, unfortunately, but he was such a serious actor, and he was like all of his other roles had been so serious leading up to Elf, and he was like mobster, and I don't remember what other roles, but they were all kind of like intense roles, right? And then he came into Elf, and he was kind of like grumpy anyway in that role, but Will Ferrell was like, I mean, such in the character mode of Elf, and I think just everybody's afraid that he was just pissing off James Caan the whole time, which I think he was. So like some that, when he like tucks Buddy into bed and Buddy's like, tickle fight, tickle fight. Like that's an actual, they said that was an actual reaction of James Caan being irritated and in that moment. Because Will Ferrell was just so in character, right? Okay, so we're going to attach the gusset to the front panel. So you need to find the middle of your gusset. Okay. I am going to just mark. I don't want to clip it. I'm just going to mark it inside so I know where it is. And I'm just using Sharpie because I'm marking inside the seam, but I'm also marking on my Bible, so I feel like you're not going to see it unless I use Sharpie. Okay. I'm going to mark it on the side just in case I need to. You just have to make sure that when you mark it, it's close enough to the stitch line so you're not going to see it done, right? All right, so I marked that, folded it in half, and then found the middle point, marked it right there. You can barely see it. It's like, yeah, there you go. You can see it just barely. All right. And then I'm going to mark, I already marked, oh yeah, I marked the inside of this side, but not this one. So I'm going to mark there you go. Here's the middle of this. And it's because when you're going to attach the gusset, oh, look at the outside. Here it is. All right. I just didn't mark it because I trimmed this. That might be why I might have trimmed out the mark. All right. When you attach it, you're going to attach it starting in the middle. Okay. And then you're going to kind of like work your way around. So now let's think this through. This is the inside, the lining. This needs to be the outside. So this is where I always have to think about it because I get confused, right? Because usually we're trying to like enclose the outside seam, so you would do this the opposite way. Muppets Christmas Carol is a good one. Anything Muppets is good. All right, so I'm going to clip it together, lining to lining. Oh, can't see that. Lining to lining. Right? Okay, and it's the middle of the gusset where I marked it, the middle of the bottom panel. Now, I think it also do the clips however you'd like to sew it. Like I'm going to sew it this side on the top on my machine, but if you like to sew it, want to sew it from the front panel, do it that way. You do. Okay, so I'm going to do three clips on each side. Okay, at the bottom. I feel like I'm going to move this up a little bit so you can see what a bit more. Better. All right, so I have the clips along the bottom here. And next, I like to clip the top. Match the top up. Look at all those extra. You know what? Let's clip our threads too, ladies. So this doesn't get all. So many extra threads. Okay. So match that. Put that together. And then kind of, I like to like work my way. Put a clip in the middle. And then kind of just like, you just kind of feed it in nicely. Talk to it nicely. Hope that your gusset is long enough. I'm sure it looks like it's going to be just fine. I think it's going to turn out really cute. It's there, and you might have to move the clips around, like as you're kind of have to like play with it a bit, right? Not get too angry. This is why I hadn't done a gusset yet since the Rosie. No, well, no, I did a gusset on the Bitty Bug by Carolina Little Stitches. before that, I had the Rosie. And oh my gosh, the Rosie nearly killed me last year. I tried to do 7 of them for Christmas gifts. Oy. See, my gusset looks like a really long, so I'm gonna like eat it. I'm gonna just adjust here as I go. It helps too a lot of times, like if you're using vinyl, some vinyl like stretches, even though it doesn't seem like it should. So I think it helps to put interfacing on the back of it so it doesn't stretch as much. Okay, so see, I can like fit it all in there. Okay, and now I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to start at the top. And then add a little bit in the middle. I will say, I feel like you shouldn't do gussets at nighttime when you're frustrated. like when you're trying to get a project done before bed. We've all been there. I think it just will make you don't have as much patience. Lots of clips. Lots of things. Let's see. I don't know how much. Figure it out. Thank you. It's gonna be a cute bag. Get this gusset. You can also leave, like, you know how we folded the ends of the gusset down? Yeah, that'll work. We'll fold that in. Fold it in. All right. So I'm going to, again, we're going to just baste it down, essentially, right? You don't want to do like too thick of a seam allowance because we're going to be binding this. And if we do a thicker seam allowance, then we're going to have to make sure the binding wraps all the way around, right? So just, again, base stitch it down. All right. The sun is coming in good, right? Wonder if I should have. I'm going to actually see if I can base. I'm going to just do opposite what I usually do and baste it down from the. Since I have extra gusset, I'm going to try to baste it down from the top, the main panel down. So I think if I base it down from like this on the top and this in the bottom, then I might be able to feed the extra gusset in easier. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do it actually opposite what I just said. But that's because I feel like I have a little bit extra gusset. So we'll see if this works. And I'm going to like back stitch a few stitches after I start just to, but now I just didn't do it at all. So that to hold it in place. I took the clip out this time. Okay, sorry for the grunts. I'm trying to make sure when you're doing this that it's not slipping so that you're getting the whole. Yeah, I think that's helping it. Looking at, yeah, I think that's helping feed it in. I have extra gusset. I mean, before you, if you have extra gusset like that, before you sew it, you always, you know, take out what you stitched down to at the top of the gusset so there's raw edges. You could always like just stitch it down a little bit more if you wanted. Almost there. There it is. All right, let's make sure it's all enclosed. Oh, no, I missed a little bit of it. Whoop, I sprung a leak right there. All right, but otherwise, let me just fix that, which is also totally fine because it's going to get covered. I feel like if I had been sewing from down this way, I wouldn't have missed that, but because I was trying to get it in and use up that extra length, that's why that happened. It's easily fit. How are you all doing? Did anybody else have extra gusset like I had? All right, let's see. Did I do it? Yeah. Okay. I think now we're good. See? I think by doing that way, it totally helped. So I had so much extra gusset, but it kind of like sucked it up because of sewing it down that way. And you know, it's all enclosed. So the inside, threads, if you see any extra threads, it's probably easier to get right now. And at the end, repeat it. Okay, so now we're going to do half of it. Now we're going to do the same thing and attach the other side. We've got to take the top out. I'll come back when. Okay, sounds good. All right, so where's the inside? So the panel. Okay, we're attaching it the same way. So make sure that your inside matches the inside. Speaking from experience, that has happened as well. All right, and we're going to start from the middle and flip out. Should we assume that I'm going to sew it the same way this time? Let's see if I can sew it. like I usually sew it once. We will see. Maybe it'll be easier this time because we've already fed that. They're laughing about something downstairs because I've already fed that extra piece, that extra length that goes in, so maybe it'll just fit in this time. We'll see. Who knows? It's less intimidating than of the other band. Yes, it is. It is very much less intimidating, I think. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. Do you like doing a sew along after? I thought it was kind of fun to do this as like a kind of an ending thing to Wingo, right? So if we like it, I will continue. We'll do this every time. Every time. Oh, we have a little extra buff again. Huh, I don't know how that happened. I bet you're not going to be able to tell it all. Yeah, it is less. I think it's because it's on the outside too, and it's like big enough. Like I feel like a lot of times when you're trying to do binding, you're like trying to do it in like such tight corners and little spots, and it gets like really like right. This bag is big enough to feed it all in. Let's see, got it working. You know what? And it might have been because this faux suede might have stretched even though I added some interfacing, it might have still had some big stretch. So I'm going to do it again and stitch from the top because we have extra. Okay, then it's going to turn out just fine. Everybody. I'm watching you sew something now. Oh, yeah, go make some. Don't just do a quick sew. Make you feel better, really. Every time I do, we've been doing the bobbin sew-alongs. We did our third one on Monday, last Monday. And I know we always seem like we're always so busy. And so it's hard to schedule them. And like I know the last one we had to reschedule like 4 times because of different scheduling stuff. But that we always feel, Jade, if you're on here, you can attest to this. I always feel so much better, like after our sew-alongs, like because we made something and we got to hang out, right? All right, this one is feeding just a little bit better than the other side even. Although I'm going to have to be careful around this corner because it looks like it's slipping. I'm going to add extra clips. Katie, do we want to go live so when I go next? Jade is going to be, Jade and Chris are coming to visit next week, you guys. I would love to do it. What do we want to do? Probably something simple because we'll be distracted by one another. All right, I think I have it all clipped sufficiently. Okay, so I'm again, unless it's a little bit longer, so I'm again going to sew from the top down, from this top down, which is not usually how I like it, but the goal is for it to get the extra to get sucked up a little bit as I'm stitching. Okay. Something simple and quick because reasons. Yeah, I agree. Well, we have plenty of product to choose from, Jade. And I have a ton of machines, but I have the Juki and the industrial, so we could easily work off 2 machines. Yeah, I don't know. That would be fun. Any suggestions? What do you think if we did a sew along next weekend? What should we sew? Hi, you're dressed. Come say hello. Come on. Come on. They want to say hi to you. I think I'm okay on water.
Tearjerker of a movie.
What do you choose?
Otto.
A Man Called Otto. I haven't seen that one. That's with Tom Hanks, right? Jade says hi.
She does.
He doesn't like being on camera. He gets all embarrassed. I'm the lively one of the crew, apparently. What do you see? Okay. A Man Called Otto. Have you seen that? Ooh, the Vespa mini wallet or something from Dog Under My Desk. Ooh, those could be fun. I bought all of her Dog Under My Desk. I think I bought all of their patterns last week because they were having that great sale. I made 3 of them with so cute. Oh yeah, the gifted goodie bag from Spencer Ogg. I just saw that one. That would be fun. You want to come say hi, Maisie? Yes or no, quickly, because I have to finish. I'm almost done. Okay, Maisie wants to come say hi. She's got some piggy tails going on today.
That's what it looks weird.
Why would he say that?
Because he sat there and needed to be a second.
Oh, okay. Well, Dad's weird, and he doesn't. I wouldn't take any kind of fashion advice from Dad ever.
Yeah.
What do you think of her piggies? I think they're cute piggy kids. We could do high ones like Cindy Lou. Oh, and she has lip gloss on too. Oh, and makeup.
No, I don't.
You do. Yes, you do. A Man Called Otto is Fabulous is based on a book. Look it. Helen says they're so cute. So there. But you need to go put a.
I'm going to.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's finish this up. Sherry says cute piggies too. All right. I am basting around. I feel like I'm like lower sewing and I feel like I'm doing it so high right now. I need like a step stool with how it's sitting. And when you're putting on, like, I feel like I'm like coming down high. Like I want to be higher than the back. Doing a, what is it? So if we do the sew along next week, what day should we do it on, Jade? Matter? I think you're going to be here. You said Saturday and Sunday in Bend. You guys, there's it's like a bar, but like they have food and stuff too, and it's axe throwing. I think we're going to go to that maybe. It sounds like fun. And it's all supervised, of course, and safe. Chris is the keeper of the schedule. Okay. We can sort that out in the group chat. Of course, Chris is the keeper of the schedule. All right, we're going. I don't know if this is all going to be tacked down. We'll see. But if not, we can fix it. Oh, no. It moved. Okay. I think we got all the rest of it, though. Yep. Okay. It just slipped a little bit when I was on the second corner. It slipped. Oh, here. I'm not in the camera. There you go. I was going around the second corner. A little bit. That's okay, though. And it's nice with this pattern, you don't have to like have like an industrial, like, you know, it's like not, you know, it's quilting cut. It's friendly with quilted cotton. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's going to be so cute. Why is it? My automatic cutter isn't working. It's just how it's sitting. Okay. Is it in? It's all in. Yeah. Oh, no. Man. Hard. All right. Hold on. Let me fix. See. Yeah, make sure that you check your holes. That sounded terrible. Make sure you check if you have any holes before you start sewing on your binding. Plug up the holes. Oh, that's why. Beth, look at how freaking cute this is turning out. Oh, I got one more hole. Hold on. It's tiny. And then before you do it, like if there's like, I might trim up close to my seam allowance. Whoa. We're close. Yeah, I'm going to trim up a little bit. It's cute, right? I mean, of course, this is an actual, you know, this was kind of my pretend version of the Wingo card, but it's pretty stinky cute. All right, I'm going to trim up a little bit. There's like a few areas where there's a little extra overhang. So I'm going to trim that, not cutting into the seam allowance, so that it's just helpful when I'm going to bind it, okay? And then that's it, binding and done. See, and you can totally make mistakes on it, and it's going to be fun. I might go through and singe threads, some extra threads here before I attach the binding. Oh God. Oh, look. Looking okay. Okay. Check again. It won't be during the week, Quilton. It would be Quilton instead of Helen. I called them Quilton. I combined those names. I combined quilting with Helen. It would be, I think, during the weekend. I think they're going to be here next Saturday and Sunday. Okay. I'm going to singe just a little bit and trim. A little bit purple too. I gotta make sure that I go over. I feel like I'm an over taper. Have you noticed your packages when you get them from me? Kind of over taper. I feel like I'm an over singer too. I'm always afraid something's gonna fall out of the packages. Which the way UPS is treating packages for me lately. It's no wonder. Good thing I feel like if you do sew alongs, you really have to be like comfortable having a conversation with yourself. Yes, Maisie? Ready for you. What does that mean? Oh, he's added a bow now. A Christmas bow. Is this in preparation to go get our tree today? Okay. You don't have a Christmas bow? Oh, there she is again. There you are. Here, there you are. Wait, what is it? I see you. What is it? I see you. Come on, do it.
Oh.
Have you all seen oh gosh, Eurovision? There's a part in Eurovision where Will Ferrell and was it Rachel McAdams? Yeah, I think that's her name. Secret and Lars. And she says, or he says, I see you. What does she say? Come on, do it. Here I am. There you are. I'm checking you out. I'm checking you out. We do that all the time. We used to do it more than we do now. Now she won't even do it on cue for me. Boo. Boo, Maisie. Boo. You won't do it? She won't do it in front of the camera. Janie says that you're beautiful.
Nice fun.
But everything inside is beautiful and safe. My tape arrived safely. The box is not so much, yeah. No. All right. So I've like singed a little bit around the edge. Now I'm gonna get the Jenna's beauty by me. Where did I put it? Okay. So this is it. I'm not gonna cut the length until I'm done stitching it down the first time. Okay. Also, I'm gonna attach it. Okay. So first we're gonna sew it down here. Like just with an 1/8 inch again. Well, you might be able to do 1/4 of an inch because it's 1 1/4 wide. Okay, you're going to stitch it down here, and then we're going to. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see any of that. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Be in camera, Katie. So you're going to stitch it down here along the edge, and then it's going to fold over, and we're going to stitch it again. Okay, so because of that, it's finished on these edges, but it's not finished right here. And it's cotton woven, so you can't really just cinch it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this down right there, okay? And do a little stitch like right here, just to hold it in place. And then I'm going to fold it like this and do a stitch here. Okay, then when you fold this piece over, you won't have extra stuff sticking out. Does that make sense? It's kind of hard to show it on camera. I'll show it. Let me stitch it real quick. Okay, so first I did a stitch here, right? I just fold that corner. Now I'm going to fold this down, okay, and I'm going to do a stitch across. Okay, and then just so see that? Extra. Clipping all the extra threads. Okay, so all right, so now I'm gonna like put this all down, okay? But then look, because that's there now when you fold it over, there's no like extra little string sticking out. Okay? Actually, I'm going to throw it. I might change my thread out. I'm going to cut this all down. Oh, and I'm going to flip it starting like not very much at all. Like a teeny tiny bit higher than the top of the bag. Just because I feel like it pulls down a little bit when you fold it over. And then it looks shorter in the bag. Makes sense. But it's like, I mean, I might not even do that much. I'm going to scoot it down a little bit. There, you can barely see it peeking up over the top, right? Ooh. It's just peeking up over the top a little bit. All right. Julie, are you still here? My sister's still here. I haven't heard from you in a while. Maybe you're just sewing. You finishing? Whoever, let's see. If you're sewing, Jessica, you are probably done by now, right? Did you finish? I'm going to clip this all the way around the entire bag. And I'm not going to cut it off until I get to the end and I know that I have enough. And I'm probably going to sew this in like a 4-inch seam allowance, just so I make sure that I sew in close enough so that you can't see, right, the basting stitch. All done and nice. Did you do, and you did it with your Wingo board? Did you tag me? I hope you tagged me. I want to see it. For the binding, are you going to do it like a quilt or fold the binding in half and wedge the material in? I don't know. Which way am I doing it, Yesenia? You tell me. Which way is this? This is how I did the binding on my Rosie too. But I don't really do quilts. I've done a few in my life, but my sister and my mom quilt. But I never got into it. It looks like a quilt binding. Okay, Julie, is that what you're doing, a quilt binding? And it's probably because I can probably do it this way because it's nice with Jen's binding. It's finished, so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm just folding it over once. If they can see. Oh, yeah, they can. Julie, Beth said hi. You don't need that specific pink marker. Different marker. Oh my gosh. Okay, use this pink marker. Yep. I'm the best. I'm okay. Everyone's best. Okay. Almost there. I'm going to put extra length just in case. Okay. And I'm going to leave this and I'm going to do the same fold over situation when I get to the end. But I'm not going to do it until I get there. Okay. So there it is, all clipped. And I'm going to sew quarter of an inch in all the way around this tape. Okay. And then we'll fold it over. You've made it seem, oh, I am so glad I've made it less scary. Because I get it. But you know what? I'm going to change out my thread too, just because I like the tan doesn't, it kind of just blends in better. I have a khaki from Wizardry too. I think it just blends in better. I'm going to grab that. Ooh, I hope I have. I don't have, well, I have a green. Maybe I should green now. Son of a gun. Of course, I have a tan, y'all, but do I have a tan bobbin? No, I don't. So we're going to do that too. Otherwise, I'll be mad at myself. Yeah, buy more of Jenna's binding. Here, let me link it. So while I'm watching my bobbin, you can all go look at the binding. Also, if you got my, she sold out of some, so if you want some, you should go get it now. If you were, I don't know if is that going to come through? Did that work? What's with the percentages in that link? Here, let's try again. If you received my Wingo, does that link work, y'all? I don't know why it has the weird percentages and stuff when I paste it. Odd. If you're in my Wingo, if you were in Wingo with me, you should have received a couple with the emails about this sew along. There were codes in there for Jenna's binding at a discount. So, and it's through, I think she said it was through the 9th. Oh, good. It works. Okay. I think she said it was through the 9th. So if you have questions about colors, ask me because I bought almost all of them and I have them all in front of me right now. So I could tell you like this one is more red, this one's more peach, that kind of thing. Okay. I'm going to mute myself so I'm not making a racket while I'm winding a bobbin right now. All right. So let's put Pretty in front of the camera. There she is. All right. Muting. All right, we're having a little bit of problems with the winding up bobbin. Okay, this morning in our washout line, she said she would probably sell out before she's able to make more, just an FYI. That's, yes, that's the binding that we were talking about from Jenna. Okay. Let's see. Are you using a non-folded piece of bias cut fabric? Nope, I'm using the binding and dyed from Jenna at Thunderbird Handcrafted. She's got, oh, this is all of mine that I just bought. She's got all kinds of, it's so fun, dyed cotton woven binding, and I love it. And it is finished, so it has finished edges, so you don't really have to worry. Hope I put that bobbin in right. I wasn't paying attention. You don't have to worry about having, about raw edges. Lovely. Okay, rethreading the machine now. Nope, binding and dyed. Although you could definitely use FOE if you don't have any right now of Jenna's stuff. But yeah, or you could. Or I think my sister said that she was going to do bias. She was going to cut some on the bias and do it that way. Fabric on the bias. Yeah. What's everybody else using for their binding today? What is going on? I feel like I've never threaded a machine before right now. It's like craziness. There it is. Ay, ay, ay. I'm like you're watching National Treasure now downstairs. Can't believe I've kept my hat on the entire time. Okay. I'm going to test out the stitch just to make sure everything's okay. And we are good enough. Okay. Now we're going to qualify. Is Jenna's, it's Jenna's binding, which is not fold over elastic. Correct. It's dyed cotton chevron binding. Yep. And it's fantastic, Tony. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do my seam allowance thing. This is also fantastic, y'all. If you don't have one of these, I think I got this off Amazon too, but it's magnetic on the bottom. So it sticks to your plate. It's fabulous. Okay. And I'm going to use my little lip foot off of my Juki here to get over the thicker part. Watch your strap. My straps always get tangled and like hook over the table of my machine and then yank my project. When I, like in the middle of when you're sewing it and like trying to turn it, always inevitably happens. So I've just, or you can put the straps in the bag so they stay, like stuff them in the inner part of the bag. So they kind of just stay out of the way. And go slow. I feel like that's another thing on binding. Just go slower. Slow down. And it gets to the end of the project. I didn't put any time. I think it turns out better. Go slow, especially around those corners, right? I wish my other camera was not still glitching. I would kind of show you what I was doing as I was sewing. I'm just trying to pull like one clip at a time as I get there. And this one, you can also use one of those tools to help guide it through. I feel like this bag is there's enough space, like wide enough where I just like kind of guide it with my finger. And I'm getting like there's more length coming from my binding, like getting extra length as I sew it more, but that's okay, right? Because we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it down at the end. All right, home stretch. All right, now, before I get to the very end, I like back stitch. Oh my gosh, would you believe that my, okay, what happened? So my bobbin like cut itself off. So now, of course, the last little bit, the bobbin stopped right there. Hold on, let me thread it back in. So before I get to the very end, I on the other ones that I did, I stopped maybe an inch or so before the very end, like before getting to the top of the bag with the binding. And I cut my binding as needed to fit and did the fold over thing that I did at the beginning. It is, yeah, it's 1.25. So Tony, I put the link to the binding. It's up in the chat if you look for it. Let me just see what's going on with my bottle here. No, what happened? It was just mad. It was there. Huh. Strange. Yeah, the bottom just unraveled with something underneath. Let's make sure it's. Let's see. Here's my test strap. There, I don't know. It came unraveled, so I'm gonna just flip again, real quick, and then we'll just fold it over and attach it to the back. Okay. Let's do it again. Come on, Mitch. There it is. I'll show you. I did it. Okay. Now it is attached. Okay, so what I meant before, what I'm saying is I get like kind of towards the end. I want to do this like fold over situation here again. So I get to the end, see how much I need. I'm going to cut a little bit above, so it's a little longer, right? And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold in this corner, do a little stitch here, fold this to match that, do a little stitch here, and then continue folding up, and then continue up the side, right? So I'll show that again here. You can see it. So I cut it a little bit longer. Okay. I'm going to fold it down like I did on the other side. I'm going to do a stitch just going across her to hold that corner fold in place. And I'm going to fold it down again. Do a little stitch here. Okay. And then once that's done, I'm going to continue this to sew it all the way up to the top. Okay. You heard my husband yelling at me. You just told my son, my teenage son. No, can't believe it. A teenage son. Oy. I remember when he like turned 5, and I was like, man, I'm so old. I can't believe he's 5 years old. And now he's 13. Okay. See that? Yep, it's not going to focus again. Okay, so it's the same thing that I did on the other side. Now I'm going to just finish stitching down. Maybe he's actually yelling at the box on the cake. I feel like Jake would feel that more big now anyway. All right. Okay. Now we are going to trim the little threadies. Trim all the extra littles. And we're going to bring this over the top. Here's my finger. Right. Okay, and then you're going to, let me see, you just fold it over the top. Okay, and it's finished on this side, so you don't have to worry about doing another fold. Okay, and click it down again. I feel like it has the hardest time folding over, like where the seams are thick, right? Obviously, I mean, that's kind of a given, but that wasn't obvious to me at first, at least. But I like to kind of fold it over tighter on that side because it's the front. So cute. See, now you get to start like actually seeing what it's going to look like. Tony, were you able to find the binding? It's in like her extra supplies or something section. Yeah, and this kind that I'm using today, it's really pretty. It's agave. It's called. It's a really good one. And I think she usually sells them in, oh, it's fun. She usually sells them in 3-yard and 6-yard cuts, but I think some of them are sold at like some 3 yards and some 6-yard ones are sold out. And Tony, if you're still having a hard time finding it, you can go to the email. I think you did Wingo, right? I think you can go to the email that I sent for Wingo. Because there's a discount. Your magnet seemed out always interesting. Huh. Why is that? Is the magnet not strong enough or something? Yeah, Jade said that the binding is beautifully, and she's right. Doesn't look at all weird. I'm trying to get it on your plastic bag. Okay. So I'm just going to now top stitch this down on the edge. Usually before I start, I like to make sure like it looks fairly even, right, on the outside. I think it does, for the most part. And then if it doesn't, you can kind of like adjust before you start stitching. Looks like it's a little wider there. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to top stitch that. You don't know why that's strange. It's like it feels like maybe the magnet wouldn't be strong enough or something. And I'm gonna do my one of the reasons I got the TL 18 PVP was that because it has that option to lift that presser foot to get a little bit of thick stuff. Nope, I did not like that fit. Come on. Sometimes it just needs to go slow. Like too fast, too fast. There it is. Okay. Oh, I actually just removed my seam guide right now because it's having a hard time. Sometimes let's get caught on it. This agave matches perfectly. It's weird. It like has like darker green tones, and it also has like more of like teal tones, but it goes with like I used it on the bag I did yesterday as a sample bag, but it totally goes with all of these like forest green tones from the Mickey fabric too. Well, books are getting stuck. Looks like I caught lining so far. Hey, bonus. Okay. There we go. I gotta look at thread now. It's cute, you guys. I have to do the back still. It's looking cute. I'm just burning, singeing at the very top. Okay. Oh, too much. Bag's on fire. Don't let your project on fire, Katie. All right, there it is. The front. Let's do the back, and then we're out of here. I don't know why. I feel like my camera is like getting lower as this goes on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing in the back, and we're all done. And we need to do a giveaway for Jenna. So I've tried a few different brands of that kind. They all end up twisting as I sew. I wish someone would make one with 2 separate magnets, so they would not do that. Weird. They don't ever seem, and you have a Juki, yeah? They don't ever seem to twist on me. Odd. Okay. You want to do the giveaway for Jenna while I do this last one and give you the trivia question for her. It's going to be the same trivia question as Off the Wall Quilt has an acrylic seam guide that sticks onto the bed plate. Maybe that won't move. Oh, that could be a good idea. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on this where I fold down the corner and then fold it over before. Okay, here's the question for Jenna's giveaway. Jenna's giveaway is the hanging project bag kit. Okay, so what is Jenna's favorite Disney villain? What is Jenna's favorite Disney villain? This might be a hard. Oh, dang it, Melissa. You knew. Hey, this is going to be a harder one. It's going to be more obscure. I guess you all know us. You all know us pretty well. You're like our super fans. Okay, so Melissa. Nope, not Ursula. Ursula is Jade. Yzma. It's Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. You know us so well. All right, so Melissa, I will make sure that Jenna has your info because I don't think Jenna's on, but we'll make sure she has your info and we'll get you the hanging project bag. Okay. I tacked this down, the edge down, so now I'm going to just do what I did before and attach it all around. Give it a little more extra just for how it folds over. We're going to finish it out right about where I thought we would. Have you guys not seen? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's true. Jenna does love the llamas. It's a really good movie. I feel like it's like a dark horse though, that like not many people like consider thinking to see movies, and it's so funny. And David Spade is the Emperor / Llama. Oh, it's a good one. And Kronk, oh my gosh, is Putty from Seinfeld. He's just hilarious. It's good. Get all this on. I mean, and if you're like professional and you're like a pro at binding, you might not even need to. My light just went out again. You might not even need clips. Some people can just like attach the binding with their finger. I can do that. I need clips. It's better safe than a real project, right? And again, not cutting this until at the end. I attach it all. Oh my gosh, this is going to turn out so cute. What am I going to do with it? Should have given the bag as a giveaway from her. Okay. I'm going to just leave this like this, and I will cut this extra piece at the end, and I'm just going to get this down at a 1/4 inch allowance again. Thanks for the giveaway. Yeah. Glad my story watching addiction finally paid off. Because Jenna says it on her story. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to put these stinking straps. I'm going to just use my own advice. Stick them in the bag. Then they won't be caught on anything. Okay. Put my seam guide down at 1/4 inch. Let's flip the bobbin correctly this time. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is such a great bag to practice binding. It's low pressure. It's great. Really. If you haven't done binding yet, I highly recommend. Like a way to bind. I want to try one. I actually haven't done one like the you know, he has Kim has the pattern written for like jelly and you because that doesn't have, you know, that you don't have lining in it. And I haven't done one like that. I need to do one out of jelly or TPU for that matter. I have plenty of that left, right? It would be a great bag though if you did it out of TPU. You know how you have to take like comfort bags, or they can only be like a certain size, and they have to be clear. This would be a perfect concert bag. In the past, I've used like I've used the Tuesday tote. I made the Tuesday tote as a clear bag from Knotted Threads, but I had to cut it, size it down a little bit because it was that even was too big for our concert. Then you have here, and I think that this bag actually is probably perfect, probably right in there with the sizing part. Okay. Okay, we attached it. Now I have to, you know, trim it and then do the fold over thing. I promise we are so close. Okay, still have a little bit of this left. So this agave, I had it in a 6-yard cut, and I made this tote, the sample tote, the one today. And let's see how much I have left. I have, let's see. I have just about 32 and 32 is 64. So I'm just 8 inches shy of like 2 yards left. So not bad. I might actually, I think maybe I might be just too short to make a third bag out of it. Do the mini one though. All right, I'm gonna go tack down to the folding situation like I did before. I feel like my magnet sticks too much. Sometimes I can't even move of it. Just now I can move it, I need to like move it with hands. All right. Now I need to tack on the rest of it. Hold on. There's extra thread happening. Just kind of mess the situation. Yeah, they are watching the culture years. It's like I swear I did my teenage. And then I heard somebody say something declaration of independence. But yeah. Definitely national treasure. It's a good one. It's not shocking that they're down there watching it. Okay, let's see this. All right. Quarter inch. Thank you all for joining me on this like Sunday right in the middle of freaking chaotic Christmas season. So glad you all made time to join me. All right. So that's down. Now we just have to put it over and sew one more time. We got tons of. I'm gonna clip some threads before I do that. I think I know what you're talking about before about I was saying how I overtape. I feel like for this month's club, I'm gonna get just the boring beeline boxes because they're so sturdy. And send all the books that way this month. Just because I feel like the shipping companies are just being so crappy right now. Because they're so like it's such a crazy time of year. My pretty shipping boxes are just getting torn up. So I think for the So Fabulous book this month, I'm just gonna say we're just gonna ship import boxes. And then we won't have to worry. I mean, it literally looked like some of the boxes, people send me pictures of like how their stuff arrives. And some of the boxes, like I don't think anything has actually been damaged. But some of the boxes, it looked like they were throwing them from the truck to the front porch. And then or I don't even know, like stomping on them. Maybe they were putting like really heavy stuff on top, like piling boxes so high that it's just like squishing the stuff on the bottom. Ends up being crazy. And I feel like I just need to be extra safe for this next shipment. And then maybe in January I can go back to the other boxes when stuff has calmed down a little bit after the Christmas season. It's been bananas. They leave her so pretty. And they arrive so torn up. All right. Let me just check to make sure that everything is properly. Okay. All right. I'm going to go sew this and then we'll be all done. Thank you for sticking with me. There's still 19 of you here. Yay. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Move your finger out of the way, Kitty. Maybe I'll take this bag with me when I go. Maybe I'll just take it as a tote and go history shopping. Woohoo! Let's make sure she's all in. She is. All right, let me clip threads and then we're off. Right, we're singeing. Sometimes you just can't get close enough. You know? So pretty, you guys. I think. Okay, we're done. All right, look at how cute he is. I'll take some better pictures. Maybe I'll take pictures in front of a Christmas tree today. But you have the cute little pocket bag. You could, if you wanted to, you could like zhuzh this up a little bit and add like a snap to the pocket, a snap to the top of the bag. You could do it all different ways. I think you could do it like as a crossbody and add a strap on the side. Look at, I'm done. Is it cute? You like it?
Don't you know?
Amazing.
The husky.
The ear of the husky.
The dog person outside.
How did Phil chew off the ear of the husky?
Just like fabric. I suggest that you have black felt.
It's super cute. Yeah, we can probably make it work. It's super cute.
I just
Love it. I'm telling you, it's a fun one.
Yeah, it is.
It's a fun pattern.
Now
Thank you. All right. I hope you all finished too. Does anybody have questions on finishing it? I know it turned out cute, right, Kim? It's so cute, the whole thing. Does anybody have questions on finishing theirs before we end? It is a good one, right? Yeah. Okay, let me put me on the full screen. All right. Does anybody have questions before we end? I'm going to take a picture with my, take a screenshot. See if I can take one of myself without looking like a total doofus. I will probably look like a total doofus. It's fine. Who doesn't have shoes on? Me? Oh, that's okay. All right, what do you think? Okay. I took a screenshot. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. All right. If you liked this, we'll try to do it again. We'll try to sew something again with our Wingo cards. We do it in spring, at the end of the spring. I'm looking to start Wingo. Maisie, can we stop taping for now, please? I'm looking to start Wingo again in March, I think. So you'll see announcements about it in like probably the beginning of February. Okay? All right. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. All the fun stuff. Sunday fun day. Woohoo! All right. Thanks for joining, y'all. All right. Message me if you have questions. Okay? Oh, my earring just fell out. And that's a wrap. All right. Bye. Bye.
Bye.